Hey everyone, welcome to my quick review here of Site 114 at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. We were down here in March 2020, so just before the pandemic really broke. Here's a picture here of the check-in area. Most of the times you don't have to stop here, you're going through the drive-through check-in. And this is one of the Meadow trading posts, just a little photo here showing what you can expect if you haven't been to the campground before. And of course, the map. I recommend have a good look at the map, compare to what you need in terms of your rig setup and your sizing and what's most important to you. And here's a quick shot of the landing. This is where you'll take the ferry over to the Magic Kingdom and other points beyond that. And here's one of the trading posts. This is real close to where we were staying at Site 114. And Disney did a great job with this beach setup, which was new for our last visit. I don't know how it is now in COVID times. And here's another shot of the parking lot for the go-karts, as it were. So here's a quick walkthrough up to our site. In the 100 loops, you'll notice there's a couple of these cabins. 118 is a really nice site if you're looking for a cabin setup. So I would highly recommend that. So this is a walk. You can see in the distance there the black or the gray Toyota Tundra with the small Airstream. That's Site 114. That's where we camped in March. It was a good site. Fairly decent size, easy to get into, obviously with our 16. We've since moved up to a 27. The nice thing is this walkway that everyone talks about, right to the landing point, to the restaurants and the trading post. You're right across from a recycling bin. And you have a fair bit of privacy from your neighbors there, which is good, important. The one thing I will say is the walkway. It was busy. While we were there in March, the campground was still pretty busy, so you did have a lot of neighbors coming through, which may or may not be your cup of tea. You notice off in the back there's a white service vehicle. It was the one thing I didn't really like. There was no privacy behind the site, so often you had Disney contractors and employees parking their vehicles back there while you were setting up or doing whatever. Just here's another view of the walkway. It really is convenient if you want something that's close to the landing site and the restaurants. This is definitely the spot for you. You see your water hookup here. Nice level pad, pretty close to electrical connections, and then the rest, the back connection of it was all gravel. So if you had a larger rig, maybe 25 to 30, you'd probably be parking part of your rig on the gravel. This is a little walk through the trading post. It's always neat to see what things they have there. Those tire covers are always really popular. We have an old one, but alas, we don't have a trailer to put it on anymore. Our spares are all stored underneath on the new models we have. The trading post is really good if you forget things. I've noticed over the last couple of years they've been stocking more and more items in terms of groceries and that sort of thing. Their prices aren't outrageous.
Yeah, I like the clock.
If you need something in a pinch and Instacart can't deliver quick. Here's a nice sweeping view of the trading post, the Hoop-de-Doo review area, and it's just a shot of our RV in the site. There's driving through up to it. You'll notice a couple of the numbers. 113 was adjacent to us, and just as we around the corner there, you'll see it with the SUV parked right out in front. So they had a rather large motorhome with an SUV, so they had a fair bit of room. Something larger in ours, you could probably disconnect and do the same thing if you did have a bigger trailer with a tow vehicle that you needed to store. And again, here's another shot of the site. You can see off in the background the service gates, and really beautiful, lit up at night. It's one of our favorite things about Disney. This is interesting. Now I noticed that Disney offer or allows certain campfires. I did notice a few people that had campfires, so I don't know if like a solo stove would be approved, but it might be worth looking into. My wife just going for a stroll, and here's another view set up in the evening. Again, definitely very nice. This was just a snapshot inside one of the restaurants nearby. We like to go into the bar there and order food. They had some really good potachos or nachos and something else we got, but they didn't seem to offer it this time. They seem to change it up Previously, Chef TJ was the chef at this restaurant. He's moved on, but if you ever have a chance to have a meal prepared by him, I would endorse it. And here's a parting shot of the launch. Beautiful. You can get out in the morning for a stroll. It's really a nice way to kind of take in the day. And of course, the food truck, the Disney's modified food truck. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for this quick review or watching it. I hope you find it helpful, and hopefully you enjoy your next trip to the Walt Disney World Resort.